Thanks for tuning in to Miami Television News. I'm Katie Bierman.
And I'm Andy too. Our top story today. What started off as a normal day in the Fort Hood military base in Texas left 4 people dead and 16 victims injured. The gunman, identified as Ivan Lopez, went to 2 buildings on the base on April 2nd and opened fire before he was confronted by military police. When Lopez was confronted by a female officer in a parking lot, he shot himself in the head with his semi-automatic weapon. This is the second deadly rampage in Fort Hood in the past 5 years, and President Obama said he was heartbroken that another shooting occurred at the base. Lopez was being treated for depression and anxiety and undergoing an evaluation for post-traumatic stress disorder for his time spent in Afghanistan in 2011. Obama said in a speech made that same day in Chicago, the investigators will get to the bottom of what happened.
Miami announced that the Oscar-winning actor Forrest Whitaker will be the 2014 commencement speaker. President Hodge said Whitaker reflects the energy and values of Miami as a humanitarian and as an actor. Whitaker played the title role of Butler in the 2013 film Lee Daniels' The Butler, based on a Washington Post article written by Will Haygood, a 1976 graduate from Miami University. Haygood gave the commencement address at Miami last spring. Graduation will take place on May 17th at 1:30 p.m.
Miami University was found not guilty in a case regarding racial discrimination against a former professor, according to the reporting from Oxford Press. Marvin Thrash, who had been a science and engineering professor at the university, sued the school and department chair Shashi Lalvani after being denied tenure, proceeding being recommended in 2010. Thrash claimed there was a racial factor to the judgment and took them to court. The Federal Appeals Court claimed they did not have enough evidence to rule this act as racially biased. Thrash is now a professor at Central State University and has been since 2012, according to his LinkedIn profile.
Students know they have to monitor their Facebook profiles for prospective employers, but another social media site is on the rise. Miami Career Services has been holding informational sessions for the professional media site LinkedIn. They have held 1 session per month to talk to students about the importance of the site and the ways to utilize their professional profile. Miami alumni also have a page where students can seek out past graduates that are working in their desired fields. You can visit the Career Services website for more information about LinkedIn.
Students take fitness classes at the rec in hopes of being as fit as their instructor, but how do the student instructors get selected as professionals? MTN reporter Megan McTighe has more.
Can't get enough of Miami University's spinning class? Want to help other students get fit and involved with spinning? How about becoming a spinning instructor? MTN has the latest scoop of what it takes to become an instructor.
I've been training for 3 weeks now, 3 or 4 weeks, almost a month. I think the hardest part is adjusting to being in front of that group of people and working out, because you're not just standing up there instructing them and them working out, you're working out with them, so like trying to gauge your voice is really hard. I can actually improve, and I'm actually becoming an instructor and seeing people are actually like responding to me instructing them. That's kind of cool, because at first they look at you like, all right, you're training, like I'm not going to listen to you, and then once you like get better at it, they can kind of understand what you're going through, and it's kind of cool to see.
First time ever having a trainee, which was a really exciting experience for me, because it's really neat to be a mentor for someone going through the process whenever that mentorship really helped me whenever I was training 2 years ago. I think my favorite part has to be when I have regulars and I notice in the beginning that they're either brand new to spinning or they're just a little bit uncomfortable or just more reserved, and I kind of see them over time really get to their fitness goals. Even if they don't really admit it to me, I just kind of notice that it's really neat to have people progress throughout the semester, throughout the year, and I just really like meeting new people through spinning. I think it's such a great way for people to really get out of their comfort zone in a group fitness setting, and I just love seeing their progress along the way. Being comfortable speaking in front of a group while working out. It's different than normal public speaking because not only are people listening to you, but they're also doing a lot of visuals. So they're really watching you and listening to what you say simultaneously. So you feel an additional pressure to not only be explaining the right thing, but also physically demonstrating it. And I think whenever you're concentrating on those two things while working out and breathing heavily and being a little bit more fatigued, it's very difficult to speak in front of a group and feel like you're really enunciating, speaking clearly. I think people are a little bit intimidated by leading a class and having to work out in front of people and even having their own name on the schedule, and I think it's something that if you're more shy or not as outgoing, it's something that you just kind of have to go for, and it's such a valuable experience. I am very biased, but I hands down think it's the best job on campus.
Andy, what's your favorite class to take at the rec?
Actually, my favorite class to take is spinning. It's fun, and it's a great cardio workout.
Sounds awesome.
Thank you.
Bright and colorful posters are decorating Miami's campus in preparation for Spectrum to host the LGBT Awareness Week 2014. The week starts on April 7th through the 11th and will include events like motivational speakers, HIV information sessions, book signings, and will end the week with an annual Pride Parade. For more information, visit the Miami Television News Facebook page to find the complete schedule of events.
Miami University has been ranked the top public school in Ohio based on return on investment, according to a payscale.com, a global compensation data website. Miami also ranks second nationally in both public and private institutions for the return on investments for graduates with humanities majors. According to the site, the median starting salary for Miami graduates is $47,000. And the mid-career salary for the alumni is around $87,000. So, Katie, you're about to graduate. Do you have a job lined up?
I don't, actually.
Oh, well, do you hope to get a great job?
Yeah, I'm hoping to start at $50,000.
Oh, that's a solid starting salary.
The Miami University Steel Band will celebrate its 20th anniversary with a spring concert at 7:30 p.m. April 9th in Hall Auditorium. The concert will include a wide variety of music and guest performers such as area jazz artist Rusty Barge and Hal Malia. The music will include classic songs from the big band era as well as soca and samba. Tickets can be purchased in the Shriver box office. Adult tickets will be $7. Students and senior tickets will be $5.
Zombies will be roaming the streets of Oxford next week, and no, this is not a late April Fool's joke. Humans vs. Zombies, a live-action version of tag that is played at over 600 colleges in the country, is coming to Miami for the 4th year in a row. The participants have doubled since the first year in 2010 and will run April 7th through the 11th. The participants will distinguish themselves by wearing yellow armbands if they are still human and headbands if they have become a zombie. 2 students at Goucher College in Maryland discovered the game in 2005. So, Katie, tell me, how do you feel about zombies?
They kind of freak me out.
All right, so hypothetically speaking, if I sign us up to be zombies, how would you feel about that?
I'd do it.
All right, good, because we're going for gold.
The College of Creative Arts named a new dean last week. Elizabeth Mullenix joined Miami in 2006 as a professor and chair of the theater department. Mullenix assumed the role of interim dean in 2013 and will take on her new role starting July 1st. The College of Creative Arts enrolls around 1,000 undergraduates and graduate students and employs more than 110 full-time faculty members. Congratulations, Dr. Mullenix.
Rabbi David Saperstein, named the most influential rabbi in the country by Newsweek magazine in 2009, will come to Miami to speak. Saperstein will present the moral duty to protect, lessons from Jewish law and Jewish history, as part of the Genocide and Holocaust Education Program. In 1999, Saperstein was elected as the first chair of the U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom and was appointed by President Barack Obama in 2009 as a member of the White House Council on Faith-Based and Neighborhood Partnerships. Saperstein will speak at 7:30 p.m. Monday, April 7th in Macmillan Hall.
Now that the Armstrong Student Center has been up and running the entire semester, MTN went to the streets of Oxford to see what the students would change about the new building. MTN reporter Ebony Holbrook has more.
After 2 months of being open, students have finally become accustomed to the new Armstrong Center. We are here asking them if there was anything that they would change, what would it be?
I'd say definitely improve the customer service. For example, today I had to wait about 20-25 minutes for my food, so if they could just speed up the process, that'd be really great.
I'd like to see food choices that are different than we have in other dining halls, like Bell Tower especially, since they're both the two that you carry food out of.
I would definitely wish there were more people working here because the lines get really long and it takes over an hour to get food sometimes, which is just ridiculous.
I'd have to say that the Poli Diner line is a little long. I think they could work a little faster sometimes, and like ordering a milkshake, it could take over half an hour sometimes. It's kind of ridiculous.
We had a wide variety of opinions today. Customer service seemed to be the biggest concern for most students. However, today seemed to be very busy, and it is a great addition to our campus. Reporting, Rachel Tracy, Word on the Street, Miami Television News.
Katie, what would you change about the Armstrong Center?
I've only been in there a couple times and the lines are pretty long.
Oh yeah, I hate it when that happens. I need my food.
Exactly.
Thanks for tuning in to Miami Television News. Don't forget to like us on Facebook page and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Andy too.
And I'm Katie Bierman. Have a great week.